Strong. Yo, we watching BMF tonight when it first dropped. You saw that show? I mean, I don't believe Tommy, but he said it quick. You give me lying for no reason, though. Yeah, you just saw that. Yo, Sean, tell this nigga, bro. If he fuck with BMF, bro, he gonna love power, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell him, bro. He trying to say he couldn't get into power. You see Tyreek and Meech beefing on IG when I took you to that? That shit crazy. They dead ass? Oh no, I think that Tommy's still on stage. I think that's real. Yeah, I know they squashed it. I would say fucked up, but I don't know. Hey? What time we do? The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Yo. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? Yo. I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head.
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Huh? Oh, my fault. No mic.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And 4. Again, it's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards, first down Packers. couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
How you can say that and we didn't even act?
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's going to lose yardage here. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Wait, where's that?
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
Going with a dime set.
I got radio content. I got 9 for you, right?
Now it's Rodgers.
What?
He'll go right back to Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that. I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
Look at that.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard, 88 yards. And the Panthers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see. And they'll call that one every time.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Got a man. It's time. He needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another 1st down.
Rodgers again now. A check down here to Jones. They find some open field here. Touchdown. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 13-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And he'll go right back to Moore, complete again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
One down in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Fairbairn now to add the extra point.
I thought I did too. But I just told my mom.
And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold, he's going to look deep for more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. Because the quarterback's struggling a little bit.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Yo, bro, I got the Buffalo Wings everywhere right now, bro. I've been doing it for 100.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Pass incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Probably into the acres. This is crazy. I'm talking big. How you leave your home?
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. On play action, Rodgers. Now swing pass for Dillon. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and real.
And this is caught at the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Darnold from the red zone now. That is caught inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
I see the nigga, like, the nigga went to the running back, bro. I'm like, you should run that.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
All night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And they'll try the air now with Darnold.
Who done get started at my back?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, but to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming out third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, 646!
From the gun, it's Rodgers. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs. They covered well. Allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play. And the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
That's a good buddy. That's my tackle too. From 58 to 75.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Amari Barno. And the Panthers are going to take over here up near the 40. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not when the quarterback can just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick. But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here.
And now here's another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. The 30. 10, 5, and into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now it's Darnold. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. On play action. Now Rodgers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns, his second sack of the night. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Got his man complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 77 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try the right side with Jones. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now Jones. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, they would have loved to have scored a touchdown there, but this still sets them up for a game-winning field goal attempt.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On second down, it's Jones. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So they've been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Packers are moving on as we say thanks for watching and so long.
That's a good kill, bro. That's a good kill on the top. That's stupid. Right? He posted a video of her ass on her story. And you know how on Facebook, like you can see when people like react to the story or like reply to the story. Some nigga said, God bless you. I said, wow. Yo, I'm about to go look at the profile. Yeah, it's flying, man. Like, everybody can see that shit, man.
That's so crazy. You gonna be there next week, man.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine.